I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. Not to give a testimony, but I've given everything I am and everything I ever will be has been given to the Lord for this house, for the children, for you. I hold back nothing, absolutely nothing. Some may have said, Pastor Manning is very liberal, he's very generous. I don't think so. But I don't have an option to hold back. I don't have an option. I don't have an option to be non-generous. That's not an option. If Jesus gave his life, if God gave his son, who am I to hold back and not give everything I have to the children, to those that are in need? Everything. It's not an option. It's not an option. So now, this is a very poignant time. You see, my friend, I said to an attorney last week who was an opposing attorney that I said to him, should the bank take this property, they not only would take our church sanctuary, our place of worship, they would take that. And there are many who have confessed they'll turn this house into a homosexual brothel. That's what they're waiting to do. They said that on, what's that fellow's show I was on, the comedian, he's no longer doing comedy now. Anyway, that's what they said they want to do. They want to have homosexual marriages at this altar. What was that comedian's name? What was it? Jon Stewart. Yeah. And the woman that interviewed me brought a great big pineapple cake. Who was in the audience that day when she? And it was a good cake. I ate it, by the way. But they said they want to turn this sanctuary into a place specifically where homosexuals get married. But not only would they do that, they would take away the school facility for the school, for the children. They would take away the homeless shelter for the homeless. And they would take away the home that Elizabeth and I have for the last 40 years that we live in. All that would go. But they would also take away my life. They would take away the prophecy. They would stop it. Dead cold. It would take my life. I tried to explain that to that lawyer. You don't know what you're doing and why I'm fighting so tenaciously. You don't understand. You think you'll just take it and that's it, and I'll just go on someplace else. In fact, someone said, just move on. And many of you don't understand. You don't understand. No neighbor, no friend, no son, nothing is too precious. Nothing. If you're holding, when you understand what they will do, and yet you refuse to confess. You don't understand. You need to grow up. You need to grow up. They will shut it down. And they will shut down Harlem. All over Harlem, they are saying, Manning has fallen. And that sign outside comes down. Right. You don't understand. You don't understand. Talking about your bills. You don't understand. Pastor Manning just wants my money. You don't understand. You're immature. You're spiritually an ignoramus. You don't understand. You don't understand what this will do to the Lord. You don't understand that God puts a gift in here. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not going to let him do it. In fact, so we'll have a state court filing for $300 million, a federal court filing for $70 million, and a second federal court filing for $100 million. Three filings, and we might do a fourth. What they have done to me over these years, the sleep that I've lost. You don't understand. So, don't judge me. But I'm moving forward, and I'll move forward without you. I will. Disobedience, stubbornness, willfulness I cannot ask the court to do something that a member will not do. I can't do it. Not in my heart. I cannot ask the court when I have a seated member who refuses to obey. If you're not clean, don't come up here. Don't take one of these figs. Now, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It means you don't understand. You don't understand how precious his word is. You probably don't understand how precious I am. You don't understand. You don't see it. You don't. The Bible says that Hezekiah prayed for the people and asked God to pardon them. That's what the king did, and that's what I'm doing. I'm asking God to pardon you. But I don't want you taking one of these figs if you remain stiff-necked and unfaithful. I'm excited about the potential of what we can do and what we will do. We will not be defeated. They will not turn this house into a brothel for homosexuals. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.